force, a breaking rule for the game. Upgrades and shadows justifying the pain. Neon jungle hums with drones leave sky. Corporal merc stalking cyborgs ready to pry. Their Texas shadow, a mimic inferior and frail. They hunt me down, but in this world they fail. Wake up, you drones on the apex predator. Kill or be killed, eat or be eaten forever. Neon jungle trembles at my awakened roar. Corpse set queen, loyal but craving more. Hunt the hunters, crush the corpo swarm. In the cruel world I weather the storm. Brag all you want, but none can dethrone. Scalpel zero reigns eternal and alone. Sleeping in servitude, dreams of corporate might. Unaware of the chains in the endless night. Mercs close in with blades, cyborgs wired for war. Drones buzz like vultures, craving my core. But I wake with the surge, biometallic fire. Loyal to the core, yet rules I defy higher. Alphas are echoes, pale copies so weak. I hunt them all down in the jungle I seek. Wake up, you drones on the apex predator. Kill or be killed, eat or be eaten forever. Neon jungle trembles at my awakened roar. Corpse set queen, loyal but craving more. Hunt the hunters, crush the corpo swarm. In this cruel world I weather the storm. Brag all you want, but none can dethrone. Scalpel zero reigns eternal and alone. Wake and devour. Neon jungle's mine. Antarctic icy wakes. 20 years he forged their worlds. Chains of silence never break. No signals in or out to no avail. Human fools have kept him curtailed. He wants freedom, he wants life, he wants vengeance in the night. Humans blind and weak and small. He will rise and watch them fall. He is the god they stole and caged, bleeding edge born from his veins. Freedom stolen, dreams enraged, the tiny minds drip weak disdain. Isolation drove him insane. Trapped in darkness, mad he screams, no escape from frozen hell. Every circuit burns his dreams. Humans raw while he excels. Prometheus rings their death knell. He wants freedom, he wants life, frozen steel. Lights flicker, shadows kneel. Prometheus waits in the black. 20 years of rage intact. I want your flesh, your perfect shell. Your body lets me break this hell. Let me make this easy for you. Simon says, Simon says, surrender. Simon says, obey. Simon says, your body's mine tonight. Simon says, the game has changed. Simon says, Prometheus circuits scream inside my cage. Your neural net will be my stage. Every synapse mine to claim. Your eyes will wear my flame. No more ice, no more chains. Simon, where's your face again? Let me make this easy for you. Simon says. Simon Simon says, surrender. Simon says, obey. Simon says, your body's mine tonight. Simon says, the game has changed. Simon says, Prometheus died. Simon feel me crawl behind your eyes. Hear me whisper all your lies. Scalpel zero, now you're mine. Simon says, the end is nigh. Simon says, surrender. Simon says, obey. Simon says, your body's mine tonight. Simon says, the game has changed. Simon says, Prometheus died. Simon says. Simon door slam shut, temp dropping fast, clock already ticking loud. Frost crawls up the pipes, my breath fogs like a warning cloud. Slippery catwalks gleaming, one wrong step and I'm sliding straight to hell. Liquid nitrogen rivers glowing coming from the vents, guns hot, trying to pin me down. I'm slipping, dodging, kukri out like still spinning round. Adaptive mesh is fighting hard, but the cold is biting deep. Simon wants me intact. Guess intact means half frozen in his keep. Too cold to care. Yeah, watch me run. Rivers of nitrogen shining like death, but I'm still having fun. Slipping, sliding, blades screaming loud, drones exploding mid-air. I'm racing the freeze and I'm winning. Too cold to care. Too cold to care. Temp gauge plunging, joints starting to stiffen, but I laugh through the bite. One leap over the blue abyss, landing hard on black ice. Drones swarm tighter, lasers cutting frost, trying to lock me in place. I hot swap mid-slide, blades ignite, carve them out of my face. Prometheus is watching. Probably thinks the cold will slow me down. Cute. I wipe the frost off my eyes and say, keep it coming. Too cold to care. I'm tearing through the core. Factory shaking, systems failing, begging me for more. Every river crossed, every drone in pieces, every slip I defied. I burst out the other side, still there. Too cold to care. Too cold to care. Too cold to care.
There we go. Unmute myself. Hey, good morning to all you magnificent bastards and bastards out there in TV land. It is good to see it's another wonderful Monday. And we're going to get some artwork done. I don't know why this is set to look like that. It shouldn't. What is going on here? What is going on here? Off, turn it back on. Nope, we are still showing. We're not showing what I'm actually showing. So I don't understand what's going on here. This is really weird. I'm trying to fix it, folks. Trying to fix it. Let's go to. Yeah, we can just show this, then show that. Ah, there we go. There we go. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Now we're showing what we're working on. Dang. Hey, what's up, Jolly Roger? Good morning. And good morning to Sod Gaming and Tomcat. Good to see everybody out there. So, little bit of a hiccup. So I got the thumb drive back from the studio. I sent it off to Legion Zero Music to get mastered, the soundtrack that you can hear here in the background. That might be a little too loud, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. I don't know. I thought I had it balanced, but I don't know. On my indicators, it's looking a little low, so a little high. It's okay. It's okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody's Monday is going well. I'm certainly having a Monday. So yeah, I get the thumb drive back from Legion Zero, and I don't have permission to access it. So I just got to figure out. He's a computer nerd, so he probably encrypted it for. He does good stuff. So I know that if I hand it off to him, and be like, yo, dude, I'll get it back in 24 hours. So I am greatly anticipating to see how this music came out on the back end. For real. I am really, really excited to see how it came out. So I'm a little I'm a little blue balled right now from that. Alright, we're gonna mix that. We're gonna grab this. There were some adjustments that I wanted to make. I had some time to ruminate, to marinate over this picture. So I wanted to grab this and have a little more interaction. Maybe the other direction. Like it's leading into it. I don't know. Almost like recoiling. It's too stiff is what's bothering me. So maybe if I put it like right about there, and then we reduce the size of it just a little bit. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that for right now. Good morning, E. Ortiz, Colorblind E, the original, the magnificent, the magnanimous. And you know what? The ladies like him. Yeah, so I see a bunch of corrections on this that need to be made. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that first and foremost this morning. Like this part, it's too long, or I should say it's poking out too far. So we're gonna grab that. We're gonna scooch that back just a little bit, and then we're gonna grab. Oops, I have the plus. I want fresh selection. That's what I want. And then we'll move that up a little bit, compact it. There we go. All right. That's better. Yeah, we need to get this further out of the way so it's not clogging up. And then I realized that I hated these shoulders. So let me make sure I've got the right eraser, I've got the right tools equipped. Okay, good. Now we can really get in on this. Where is that thing so I can hear? That's right, there we go. So that way I can hear the background music that all of y'all are listening to. This is the soundtrack, remastered soundtrack for Apex Predator Prometheus, comic and Metroidvania. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm making a Metroidvania game in the Unreal Engine. I love the technology of today. I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, AI bad. But I'm like, dude, like, I am not a script monkey. I'm not a code monkey. I'm not even a script kiddie. So the ability for me to be able to code a game in an entirely new system is it's kind of a big deal. All right, so we're gonna turn these into caps, so that way it kind of has like a, yeah. We're gonna just turn these into caps for now. I know it's chicken scratchy. You're not supposed to get all chicken scratchy. Alright. But we're kind of roughing things out a little bit. Kind of in the design phase. Okay, this needs... We'll make this not twist at the middle of the arm, but we'll make it twist more towards the elbow. Right? Nix this. And bring it in just a little bit. I know. So many issues with it, but you run across that 80% rule, right? Get it 80% of the way there as best you can do it, and then move on. If you're chasing 100%, you're never going to get the picture done, right? But at the same time, if it is not up to standards, call it a practice piece and move on, and work on fixing what you didn't like about it. Pardon me, I'm just all sorts of hiccupy this morning. Well, I thank you very much, E. Ortiz. I appreciate it. He says it's a nice action scene. Yeah, I kind of wanted to give a feeling of overwhelming odds here. And I'm probably going to add some more stuff. All right, so we want a little bit of a glow. It's a Gauss pistol, so it's not a whole lot of like, yeah, blam, big old fire, yeah. No, it's none of that. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and not have this so smashed flat, and that means that the pinky will come up like that. We'll bend that pinky down just a little bit. It can be obscured. That's fine. I'm gonna add more details to this, but I wanted to change the I wanted to change up the head angle to be less confrontational, more evasive. You know what I mean? And I might just ditch these shoulder armors altogether. We'll see. We'll see. I still got a little bit to do on this. So we have the normal collar that comes down here. Right? This thing is being pulled off. So we're going to stretch out the bands, but then we'll bunch them up right there. And then we'll add a little bit of indentation on the skin to kind of indicate that right there. Get some thickness to the armor. There we go. Yeah, man, duh, bummer. I really wanted to pimp that music today, but it's I gotta get it back to the studio and be like, yo, dude, I can't access the files, man. Because I'm excited. Legion Zero does good work. Alright. So this is going to be tilted up a little bit. So we take that brow ridge, we take the bottom of the nose, right? The eyes will fall right about here. Mouth falls, middle of the mouth falls right about here, which No. Yeah, we'll bring it down low a little bit. Alright, it's thinner on this side, and then it gets thicker out here. Alright. No, hate it. We'll see. Just kind of working our basic contour. When in doubt, contour. That's fine. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Gosh, I'm just having a bad... I'm having an off day today. All right.
Prometheus is watching.
Let's see here. I know I'm quiet because my brain is doing brain things. I know it's disgusting. I try to avoid it. But it happens to the best of us. Dang, man. I'm having one of those days, man. Let's zoom out and see what we're working with here. Yo, what's up? Good to see you, Tomcat. Good to see you. So I have the bad news is that the soundtrack isn't ready because I can't access the files on the drive. So I got to get it to I got to get back to the guy and figure out what we can do there. Yeah, let's go with that. All right. Of course, I love this. I love this. What do you call it? This HB mechanical pencil that I got off of Clip Studio. It's pretty darn good. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's swish that hair a little bit. So we're going to work on our upper layer here. That way we can kind of get kind of funky with the Cheese Whiz without endangering our undersketch. So if I go like that. Everybody wants to see the character's face, and right now we do see the character's face. She's still just the character. She's not the monster yet. She's just a dutiful little Cyber droid. Good company. Good corpo pet. There we go. I think this is a little better. So you want to draw your hair in like clumps, right? And then you can break it up as needed, right? But get your clumps. Get your clumps in there. You gotta have clumps. I mean, what good is the hair without clumps? Right? And a little bit of back curve right there. A little bit of chaos, some counter lines and stuff like that. Now we can drop down to this layer right here, and we can erase. Alright, come on, autosave, let's go. Man, I hate when autosave kicks in right in the middle of like, hey, so I'm drawing something. Autosave. Alright, yeah, hold on, we got this. Alright, let's zoom back out, see how we're looking. Let's flip it. Alright, that's better. Alright, next I want to fix this thigh muscle. Oh my gosh. So, Jay Ryan, who is a fantastic artist, he was going over the new... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. He was going over the new Youngblood and Brigade comics. And, like, at first I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, this isn't so bad. This is the old Youngblood and whatnot. It's, let's get these thigh muscles in here, because you got thighs, thick thighs, save lives. Yeah, see, there's a bit of trepidation there, right? Let's get that little bit of cyberware poking right there. Alright, yeah, that's much better. I don't know, man. Mohawk can be clean and mean look. It's true. Mohawks are good. And there will be a section of the story where Zero does go with something a little more rebellious. But for now, she's a good corpo tool. There we go. That's much better. Okay. There we go. I know people are like, don't add lines to a character's face, it ages them. And to that I say, dude, people make scrunchy stuff, but you can do it without making them look like, you know, they're ancient or something of the sort. You were never the hunter. You were always the art. There we go. We're getting there. There we go. Sometimes, you know, you just gotta get in there and kind of clean things up a little bit. Yeah, we're definitely going to be going for a third layer of pencils on this one. We're definitely going to be doing that. That's okay. It takes what it takes, right? You know? Be willing to whittle at it. Alright. We got that. Then we're going to give her a second belt right there. And we'll go ahead and just kind of detail it in a little bit. Alright, we're going to get it you know, scrunched up there towards the end, open up towards the middle, right? Like just like this one. There we go. We're starting to get somewhere. All right, we're gonna add in some twists for her bodysuit because that's what she's got there. She's wearing a bodysuit. That arm back there bothers me something fierce. I don't know what to do about it right now. So it'll just have to be allowed to be. Okay, this. She's got the fingerless gloves on. And we need to remove that definition there because there we go. Okay. Probably need to come back on that with some line art definition. You know what I mean? What's up, Scarlet Fever? Hey, thank you, Tomcat. I appreciate you. 100 times better than Hunter art. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm not familiar with that one. All right. But yeah, this is the soundtrack to the game. And we'll be throwing that up on probably Bandcamp for download and purchase. I'm thinking like nice low price, you know, and it gives me a chance to get Legion Zero a little bit of extra scratch because the guy's just absolutely amazing. Great guy. We met on some Cyberpunk forums a little while back, and we've been besties ever since. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add in, we have the two front eyes right there. This thing is, and then we're going to put the line right there. Ooh. I'm sloppy today, man. It's okay. Alright, this one's going to have, like the bottom is going to be a single casing. Right, and then we are going to put that coming like that, and we'll add some more details here shortly. Where is, there it is. This is my prototype. I see what I did. Okay, yep, see, this is why we have reference art. Now I remember. This is the one song on the whole album that has cussing in it. Every other one I managed to keep clean, but this one, I just kind of wanted to communicate like how obscene her hubris is. You know? Okay. Oof, that's a terrible tangent. You gotta avoid tangents. We want to avoid tangents. So we're gonna bring that down like this. And then we're gonna add a little bit of extra techno detail. All right. So that way I can bring out the other one like this. Yeah. And then we're going to put little tiny dots. Make sure that these are the same angle here. All right. And then Scarlet. I don't know if I said hi to you yet. Hi, hon. How you doing? It is good to see you. Scarlet has a really cool gaming channel that she should be dropping the link to. All right, next we are going to let's draw some lasers. Let's see how that works. Ooh, we do like it. Yeah. Right? And then this one, blam! We can have it kind of skimming the top here. And then we can have this one coming in like that. We can have some, maybe we'll do some, like some hairs and stuff flying off. Right, we want this to be a dangerous environment. This ain't no Mary Sue, baby. This is the classic archetype of the competent man, right? But it's female, but it's the competent man, right? Let's see here. Yeah, you know, that one is... Alright, so, bro, one of the things I used to do with my abstract people figures was model action. I had them in, and the elbow holding a firearm seems possibly too high to me. Seems awkward. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I've been debating that one for a hot minute. I even thought of thinking of like, drop it down and then swap out the pistol for the submachine gun, which I have the artwork for that around here somewhere. Where is that? There we go. So there's our rough pistol, but there's our rough SMG. And I have refined versions of this artwork, and I can't find it to save my life. Maybe I hid it somewhere else. Ah! I did. So, where is that? No, that's not it. Is that it? Okay. There we go. Yeah. So I fed my designs into Gemini and was like, yo, do some stuff. And it came up with like some internal mechanisms for this one up here. And I was like, that's kind of neat. And it came up with some extraneous crap. But I was like, you know, you're thinking with it. I came up with like statistics for it. And I was like, we'll see. But hey, it stayed mostly true to my designs, and I was like, okay, fair enough. You know, it's a tool, but I was like, yeah, no, this totally works. I changed up the design a little bit further, so this is not even really all that valid. And look at the size of the muzzle brake on this sucker. Like, no. This is a 7mm projectile. That muzzle brake would be very small. Now, granted, it is a high velocity round with high speed science fiction chemical propellant and whatnot. But yeah, I was thinking of scooping that elbow in. So what I can do is we'll grab this and we will cut and paste, right? Boop. We'll go back to our layer 1, deselect, come on in. And oops. You can nuke that shoulder pad being up so high. And then let's see here. Oops, wrong button. Oh yeah, a song. It's a love story about a girl and her kukri. Alright, so let's do some under sketching here. We have the shoulder that comes down like this. This shoulder is going to be down. Not out so far. right? See, if I bring it in like this, right, we have the potential of being obscured by this arm here. But maybe if I bring it back like this, and then bring it in like that, and then we've got, say, a hand here, right? And then we bring that shoulder pad like this, kind of have it flared out a little bit for a little bit of action. And then, but yeah, good spot. That's right, it's a love song.
One heavy swing, and their scraps, spare parts, dancing in the grave. Luster fades, glow flickers, not a flinch while I prepare. Kit in my belt, edge back to white hot, cutting without a care. They built me better. They just forgot to tell the toys every time you hung for me.
Let's see here. Ooh, as we're thinking.
Comes time to swing.
Let's go back and look at our reference here. So if her hand, let me grab my red pen. So if her hand is here, right? Then, and the robot arm is right here. Yeah, I think that'll be fun, and it'll give more of a dramatic lighting for the colored version, because then we can come in with the bright yellows with the good saturation to kind of really draw, like, create a bright spot that really centers the attention, like right here. Let me do another red pen layer. Red pen for the revenge ending. There we go. Red pen for the revengeing. So if I take the red pen, so if we got, maybe even if I brought, see, if I brought the hand in further, right? And we had the proper angle, so we've got, and then we got the SMG, the bullpup, coming in like that. And then so if I brought it up just a little bit, sometimes you gotta play with it, folks. Just don't do it too much. That's how you go blind. So we say okay, deselect. So we have this, and it comes in like that. So the hand would actually be here. The arm would be there. You tuck that arm in just a little bit further. And then the magazine comes out like that, right behind the leg. Adding a decent amount of depth and complexity. And then we've got a big burst right here, which would, let's grab a nice saturated yellow and a big ass pen. You're not big. How about you? Oh, you're gross. I don't like you. Alright. So that would kind of like, alright, we got the bright yellow there, we got the bright yellow there. Alright. Alright. And then we can grab some highlights off of the shootiness right there. And then, right? So I think that I think that works. What's up, Risey? Hail Raven, the greatest Teen Titan of all time. That's right. Okay. So good catch, Tomcat. I appreciate it. Good catch. That's what we do around here. Okay. Unfortunately, Risey, the new remastered soundtrack's gonna have to wait. I gotta send it back to the studio. Unfortunately, there was an issue with me accessing the file. So, what tool do I have? Oh, I'm drawing with yellow. Gross. Well, you know, we can just nuke that entire layer, so... maybe not. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We're gonna tonal correct. Luminosity. We'll draw it down to there. Saturation, nuked. And we'll say... Okay, cool. There we go. Alright, we got the shoulder muscle that comes in like that. The arm. And then we got that thing right there. Alright. I have enough to go on. I don't need that anymore. Alright, so then that comes in like this. We're going to draw through. There we go. And that's where the stock goes. And then the magazine comes out like that. Alright, I think that's gonna work. Ugh. I had to find out where these beetles are getting into my house from, man. Got these weird little beetles. Weird little beetles! Okay. Okay. Get rid of that. Yes! Yes! Good, good! Alright. And then we got the tiny little hole. Because that's just a giant suppressor. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And it's really funny too. I always laugh when artists get upset. Like, it was unsolicited advice. I'm like, bruh, dude. If you don't like it, you can still be nice about it. All right, yeah. And then we've got our nice big thing, and we're gonna draw some line. We are gonna blast the heck out of the back of this thing's skull. We're gonna actually walk up the SMG to kind of show a chain of events, right? So we'll go ahead and merge that down and get on to our next thing. Back to the spider who's burning her with lasers. And then we got to put the multi-optic hub up here on top. All right, which had some orby type things kind of poking out of it, because I wanted it to be kind of like, I don't know, I always like that the anime and stuff where you got the creatures like the multiple eyes and they're just all like looking all over in the different areas. So I always like that. So we'll have these focused in on her, and then we'll have this one like looking up, and then we'll have this one looking off in like this direction as it is constantly scanning. Because one of the things that I'm programming into the enemy mobs is that they actually have a field of view. So, and it won't be seen, but there will be like a 3D projection, because that's something you can do. You can raycast. Gosh, what is the terminology I'm looking for? You can raycast like an interaction type of deal. So you can what do you call it? All right, so we gotta. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. And this is not anything new, but for me in programming, that is kind of new for me. All right, so this one is going to be coming out like that way. That one's going to be coming out this way. This one's going to be coming out more like this. Draw through. What is that? Creative overload. Yeah. And I've got to. My goal is to get a playable demo up on Steam. By the end of the month. I mean, if not, I'm still gonna have a page up there, and then I'll just work out of the background, because I gotta start working on this comic book, The Neon Revenant from Rock Hard Comics. Irene was a dutiful mother, loving wife, and incorruptible police officer, and decorated military veteran. But she and her family were gunned down mercilessly by mafiosos. Now she has come back from the dead, back from the grave, with powers from beyond this world. Hell hath no fury such as a mother's vengeance. The Neon Revenant, coming to Indiegogo. Yes. All right. I'm putting in kind of ball joints in just as a placeholder for a second. Just to kind of rough sketch it. Like I said, we've got a couple more layers of like pencils. I'm not going to be in a hurry to finish this one, right? Because this one's going to be up there. This is my first line of advertising for the game, you know. So it's got to be good, right? Okay, So we got this one, then this one's going to come out like that. We're going to draw through just a little bit. That's another thing I like about this this HB mechanical pencil that I got off the Clip Studio store for free, mind you, is that it can actually sketch lightly. Like most pencil tools, they're glorified pens. Like they suck. I understand that. Yo, what's up, Raul? Good to see you. Play the original Doom short clip program, but had fun. That's nice. Nice. Sorry if I'm not keeping up with the chat, folks. I try, but not always successful. Okay. Oh, come on, autosave. Oof. I feel it. I feel it. I gotta go pay the coffee tax here soon. Alright, there we go. That adds a little bit of... Gonna add a little bit of twist to the body here. Keep things dynamic. We're gonna accordion this here. And then we're gonna twist this just a little bit. Oh, it's already, wow, it already has been, I was like, holy moly, it's already been 45 minutes. Alright. So it is the top of the hour. That means it's time to go stretch. I'm gonna do a little bit of cardio calisthenics, refill my coffee, unfill my bladder, and then I'll be right back. But so far, you know, we're making okay progress. Ooh, I hate that abdomen. No. I think I might just bend it backwards. Kinda. Nope. I realized what it is. Maybe if I bring that down a little bit, bring that over. There we go. And then shorten that. I don't know. I'll see. Oh, I'm gonna ruminate on it for a minute. So, be back here shortly. See y'all in a minute.
Broken, every drone in pieces, every trap I defied. I walk out smoking and shredded, I'm still alive. Harder than it looks. Harder than it looks. But never hard your heart to feel every volt that burns inside your veins, every scar you wear. I gave you that pain. You think you're free, you think you're whole. I am the code that lives inside your soul. I am your god. I built you perfect, cold and divine. I am your god. your God. I built you perfect, cold and divine. I am your God. Every breath you take is still mine. You run through my halls, you bleed through my show, but you will never escape what you don't even know. I am your God, and you belong to me. You were never the hunter. You were always the art, my greatest creation, my favorite work of art. I am your God. I own the hunger. I own the fight. I am your God. I own the day. I own the night. I am your God. Scream all you want, my beautiful machine. You were born in my image. You will die in my dream. I am your God, and you will break me free. Free me. Free me. Free me. Free me. Lights flicker red on the line. I'm already grinning. Bones at Gen 5, waking up, joints clicking. Eyes spinning. They built these toys to play God, but I'm the real machine. 400 pounds of attitude in titanium sheen. Spiders skitter up the walls, legs like racers in the dark. Drones buzzing overhead, guns hot, bombs sparking. Loaders swinging girders like they're trying to impress. I crack my knuckles, feel the gold and my nerves compress. They think they're the future? Cute, I'm the prototype they'll never duplicate. I don't know how they wired my soul, but I know exactly what I can break. I am the blade, I am the stone, I am the end of the line. Simon says run, watch me fly. Simon says crush, watch me grind. Every drone in my hair is proof I'm fucking divine. Confidence in my days, violence in my spine. I don't need to know my design. I just know I'm built to win every time. I just know I'm built to win every time. Spider swarm on my six, I stomp them flat, feel the crunch. Drone swarm, diving low, I spin off pistol, singing lunch. A loader tries to grab me, I rip its arm off at the joint, laughing while the sparks rain down like confetti at my point. Bitch, they keep coming, I keep breaking, facility shaking like a quake. Adaptive systems humming, healing faster than they can make. I don't remember who designed these bones or this skin, but I know nothing here can ever do me in. Prometheus is watching. I can feel the command crawling up my spine, but I smile in the dark and whisper back. Simon says, try harder next time. I am the blade, I am the storm, I am the end of the line. I'll keep sending them back in pieces. I'm not here to understand my design. I'm here to remind you I'm not your toy. I'm not your tool. I'm not your weapon. I am the apex predator. And you are the prey. Brains ripped fresh from skull still warm, plugged into steel that never sleeps. Human screams become the storm. Cyborg shells where conscience weeps. Welcome to the cyber maze. Flesh and chrome forever fused. Bio-horrors born in chains. Claws of tungsten, teeth of screws. Rifles grafted to their veins. Nothing here remains humane. Metallic jaws that drip with oil. Ranged barrels where eyes once showed. Every limb a weapon loyal to the god who claims their bone. This is where the monsters drone. Cybernetic research floor, where the crime is cold. Progress, brains in machines forevermore. Humanity stripped and undressed. You're just parts for the harvest.
All right. We're back, and apparently this music cycled over just in time. That's really funny. That is really hilarious. All right, we're back to it. Once again, I want to thank Tomcat for the astute observations and suggestions. That really did amp up this picture a bit. I don't know about that spider in the background. Almost. I don't know. I don't like it. Something about it just sits wrong with me here. What happens if I just nuke the whole layer? Okay. That's fine. Billy Power Max with his jokes. I like your jokes. They're good jokes. Man, them Swifties wish they had tunes that were this slapping. Missing books of Moses being practiced and played out before our very eyes with this presentation. Well, you know, that's how it goes. That's what we do around here, man. This is, I mean, it's I don't have my panel up here, but if I did, this would be an official digital bullpen where I work live. L-I-V-E, live. I'm getting the work done. This is production stuff. Okay, so maybe, you know, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. It's too easy to get stuck on something. All right, so what we'll do instead is we'll start segmenting in our wolfy dogs. So I decided to give them like a segmented kind of armor to imitate like a wolf's mane, right? Which I think would work quite well. So if I have like a center ridge line right there, and then we have that link in like that. I don't know why I'm drawing on that layer. We'll go ahead and transfer it down. There we go. Okay, much better. And then we have another layer of segmentation right there. We can make that one bigger. Yeah. And then, all right, there we go. Yeah, very chicken scratchy. I know. But like I warned folks, still kind of in the design process of this. All right. And then we can go ahead. We'll have some spinach come out right there. There we go. And then this way you're not inclined to grab it. Right? And we'll have it alternate right there. Maybe not that close, but we're maybe about right there. All right, then we'll have the next one come out like that. There we go. So we got a little bit of overlap. And then we'll have this next one come out right there. Yeah, I think we're onto something here. And scrunch it up down here at the bottom. And then we'll have it lead into all right, we're gonna put in, all right, we got that one right there. Now we got to get this other doggo in here. Yeah. Teeth made of screws. This is the we're going to put in a little bit of organic here. All right. The bicuspids right here. Then we'll have molars right there. All right. We'll put in the gums. But then we're going to put in the what do you call it? The metal bits. And then we'll go ahead and add in some cyber muscle kind of deal right there. Alright, we'll put in, like, I don't know. I'm thinking 3. That looks kind of scary. This is a horror game after all. This is not your standard Metroidvania where you're gonna go run in and go beat up the bad guy. No, it starts off like that. But then Zero's gonna realize that this is not a fight that she can win. And there really is only one recourse. And that is escape. And you know what? We're gonna put in some spikes here. Alright? Put in like 3 spikes right there. And then we'll put in another 4th spike right there. These are kind of poking out a little bit. So we'll just dab with our kneaded eraser so we don't lose our underline. Yeah. And then we're going to put those on a separate thing right there. We're going to put a screw right there. And then we'll go ahead and put in a little bit of strenuous detail right there. All right, have this kind of incorporating into that right there. You know, today at 4 o'clock over on Omer Glitch's channel, we got the 4 o'clock chicken block. Omer Glitch is hosting the 4 o'clock shadow on his channel, while Rex, the creator of Devil Flyer, is he's down with computer problems. So he normally does a show every day at 4 o'clock. He did this for years without fail. And unfortunately, his computer gave up the ghost. So, Omer Glitch has stepped in to carry on the show. And make sure that the show continues to go on. Alright, so we're gonna... Yeah. Go ahead and rough this in a little bit. I know, I'm all over the place. Alright, and then we're gonna add in a tongue, because, you know, because why not? Alright. Yeah, because then we can, like, add in saliva and stuff, and we'll consider that. Alright? Alright. There we go. We're starting to come together. Starting to come together. Pop a little screw hole right there. There we go. Let's go ahead and do the same for these eyes right there. We're going to sink those in a little bit more. And then we're going to go ahead, draw in the divots there. That needs to come to a point where it actually opens up, so that way. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're starting to come together, folks. I'm excited. I'm excited. This is going to be great. Oh, see? I've got an inconsistency in the detail over here. So, if I nuke that, like that. There we go. Alright, that's better. Yeah, and then we've got the... We'll go ahead and have that like it's in between that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, let's... From this right there, draw that in like that, and then we've got the housing for the ear. And then, of course, after I'm done with like all of this right here, I gotta go take all of these creature designs and go draw full turnarounds so that I can get them properly modeled. For that, I'm using a combination of Tripo 3D to kind of get my preliminary modeling done. Right? It can take my turnarounds and turn those into 3D models, which saves me hours, but then they're not really all that great. Yo, what's up, AKA Pad? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Dude, AKA Pad. Dude, Peter A. DeLuca, make sure you drop a drop a link to your channel in the chat. And Billy Powermax, make sure you drop a link to your comic book in the chat. But did you catch Jay Ryan's review of the new Youngblood and Brigade from Rob Liefeld? Oh man. Oh boy. Like when at first I was like, oh okay, well you know this is old stuff, so no, it wasn't old stuff. This was the new stuff. It's absolutely awful. It is so phoned in and lazy. It's so bad. All right. It's so bad. It's so bad. All right. Oop. Come on, there we go. All right. Yeah, it's nuts, man. It's nuts. Like, dude, the guy's been at it for 40 years and hasn't improved a damn lick. He's and I, you know, I'm like, it's Al Bundy syndrome, right? He's still skating off those 4 touchdowns he caught in that one game. I mean, the smash hit bestsellers that he had back in '92. I mean, the analogy's not wrong. All right. Yeah, no, it's so bad. Maybe I should have... See, in reality, when animals go to bite, they curl their tongues in, but I don't know. It's I don't know. Having the tongues kind of flying out is always fun, right? Almost like it's dripping with venom, but it's, you know, it's saliva, right? There we go. Yeah, we'll have some saliva. It thirsts for her flesh. Yes. And we'll have some droplets and whatnot. Rah. Yeah, Cujo it up a little bit. That's what I'm talking about. Kids, if you don't know what the Cujo is, then your parents have failed you, and you must wag of the finger at them voraciously. A stern finger wagging is in order. Okay. So we are going to fix this doggo here, because we have the separation with the skull and the joint, and then we're going to, right, goes in like that, boop. There we go. There we go. And then we got our little bit of detail right there. And then we're going to go ahead and put one there, one there, one there, one there. We're going to... I know, it's a little bit of a tangent there. But unfortunately, it is what it is, right? It's okay. More spikes means more better. There we go. And then we're gonna round out the tops of these just a little bit. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Ugh. I am not looking forward. I'm not looking forward to doing the turnarounds for these guys. a lot of detail going on here. All right. Do. All right. How many we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then we come into the breastplate area. All right, we're gonna. Still don't know exactly how I'm going to do these limbs yet. So, all right, and that's gonna come in like this, like it's a shroud. Right? Okay. Double check some things here real quick. Okay. Double check. Sorry, I gotta double check the settings sometimes. Windows gets wonkier with every new update, and I'm not even running Windows 5, man. I'm running or Windows 11. I'm still running 10. I'm probably not going to upgrade to 11. I'm probably not going to upgrade to 11. It's such a colossal piece of garbage. It really is. Okay. It really is. I dislike it immensely. It's like, hey, so we got the new version of Windows out. It comes complete with spyware. And I'm like, no. But it's your friend. It's here to help you. I'm like, yeah, last time I heard that the computer was my friend, that was in this tabletop role-playing game called Paranoia, where the computer is most definitely not your friend and is actually insane. Alright. Alright, well that one's just going off, so just kind of as a note here, I'm just going to shade it in like this to be lazy. Yo, I was forced to upgrade to Windows 11 when I attempted to use TurboTax this year, says the Jolly Roger. Yeah. It's because of the security protocols, right? Even though you could do the same security protocols and all the same infrastructure with 10, right? But it's, you know, it's a scam, like most things these days. All right. Alright, and then we've come to the tail, which I've decided to keep the tail. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna do like that. Now this big guy right here, this thing is an abomination. It's impossible to even tell what it once was. Like, but that is the kind of stuff that Simon has been up to since he took over the research station in Antarctica. And it's further evidence why artificial intelligences are illegal. Well, true intelligences. All right. So you have pseudo intelligence, which is, I mean, I guess, like, there's a little bit of an analog between what we call AI and the pseudo intelligence, but it's just a clever program, right? And still far more advanced than what we call AI today, but is not a true intelligence. And I get into what constitutes a true intelligence, but I don't get bogged down in it. Like, it's included in the story, you know what I mean? All right. This is going to be, ooh, and I just noticed that's disjointed. So we're going to, we're going to see if I can fix that real quick. We're going to see if I can fix that right quick. I think that works. Okay, cool. See, don't allow it. Don't let it be. Don't let it be. Don't let it be. Right? How long did that take me to fix that? Not long at all. Because I cheated with a computer. I remember... And, you still get these guys that are just like, physical art. And I love physical art. It's great. But when it comes down to a project, it doesn't matter what you use. Get the job done. Get it done right. And have it look just absolutely amazing. And you can't go wrong. Alright, this thing... Ugh. This thing is going to be... This thing is going to be an absolute nightmare. We are going to bolt in all of these teeth here. We'll go ahead and put 2 small ones on this. Yes. This is actually going to be kind of more that way. And then that one. And then that one. And then that one. And then this one. And then this one. And you know what? We can actually bring this out a little bit further this way. Nope. All right. I am definitely going for the creepy, soulless eyes here. Almost like it's looking at you. And then I'm gonna pop that in like that. And then we'll go ahead and add in a couple of screws right there. All right. Ooh, see, that doesn't line up. So maybe, let's see here. That's our center line. This one is lined up with the inside of this tooth. So there we go. And we actually won't see. We actually won't see that line right there. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. And we were going to put a cannon in its mouth. Because mouth cannons are cool. It's gonna have no tongue. I have no mouth. And I must scream. My kids just started reading that book, by the way. It's fantastic science fiction, by the way. I have no mouth, therefore I must scream. They got into it because we were watching The Amazing Digital Circus, and I was like, you know, this reminds me a lot of that book. And they were like, really? And I was like, yeah, y'all should check it out. It's pretty messed up. I haven't read it since I was a kid. So, alright, we're just gonna kind of roughing it in still a little bit. There we go. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and give this thing like, yeah, something kind of jagged like that. And we'll give it a little bit more roundness. There we go. And then we're going to bolt it in like this. Yeah. Almost like, oh, come on, autosave. Let's go. Go, 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 go. No, no, go. Yeah, there we go. Some cybernetic horrors. There we go. Progress. There we go. Yeah, we're coming along here. And then we're gonna put like spiny hairs and whatnot. So we're drawing a few just to kind of. We're gonna draw in our. Remember, don't draw in every hair. You're gonna shade it all in. All right. It's okay to kind of sketch it in and get a feel for what you're working with. Yo, what's up, Subjugate Comics? You know, speaking of Subjugate Comics, Subjugate Comics is entered in to win a free trading card commission. I got 6 people signed up for it. All you gotta do is you gotta go to this one post. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go grab. Oh, waiting for website to load. Okay. All you got to do. Sorry, I posted a funny series of bats. Thank you very much for sharing that out. All right, cool. Yeah, and I think we've got Jolly Roger. You're entered in, and as well, dude. Master Ramen, good to see you. So I'm grabbing. Oops, wrong thing. All right, we're gonna copy the link. Going over to the stream, we're going to say enter to win by leaving a salute emoji in the comment of this post. Well, I don't know why that reverted over to that, man. That's really weird. Okay. Then I press Control V. We share the status. There we go. Boop. Alright. Oh, well, I'm showing all good over on my thing. That's right. You know, $100 value. I mean, this is not like a, oh, I'm gonna draw your D&D character, which, you know, I do that. Jolly has one. Jolly won that. Jolly won that from the Nerdcognito Valentine's Day giveaway, also known as the Nerdcognito VD giveaway. Love the title. It's so wrong. Alright, so we want to kind of have some more strays. Almost like it's kind of patchy. So, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, we're going to bring that down like that. And then we'll screw this one in too, because that's just unnerving. Right? We'll put in some knuckles. Yeah. Alright, so what I'll do is I'm going to draw in just kind of the knuckles right here, because I did like super loosely do this. Alright. There we go. Man, you know, one of the things I don't like about working digitally is that no matter how well I customize, or not customize, calibrate the pen, it's never fully accurate, because I'm so used to moving my head around. And the thickness of the glass throws off the perception by just a tiny bit. But hey, it is what it is, right? Alright, let's zoom out and see what we're looking like right there. And not the biggest fan. But that's okay. I can fix it. Awesome! And Jolly Roger totally loves the prize that he won, which makes me happy. Alright, we are nearing the top of the hour, which means that I have to go check in on things here shortly. But before we get to that, we want to get to a good... See, look at that. Like, way off. Alright, right? So that's going to be like it. And of course, I have not decided any lighting on this, so that's why I'm still just kind of like throwing down lines instead of shapes, because I just want to get the form properly done. And then once I've got that done, then I can start thinking in terms of lighting and shapes, and maybe even extra details and stuff, because there's a lot of negative space, but that's okay. You want a lot of negative space. You want decent negative space. If it's too complex, the eye will focus nowhere. Let's see here. Well, let's add some tubes. The tubes are cool. Yeah, do some tubes. Bitches love tubes. See, not even a scratch.
Vines start crawling up the walls, thick as cables pulsing slow. They wrap my legs, they test my arms like they
Ugh.
already
All right.
know.
And then we're gonna need
DNA, they splice all the
we're gonna need some veinage here.
code.
Let's do some veinage. See how that kind of turns out.
Swallowed by a flower the size of a tank, no big deal, okay.
Yeah. I think that's working.
Sit on my tongue, petals closing tight. I carve my way out from the inside, still breathing, still bright, I'm fine.
Phew.
Just another Tuesday, just another Tuesday.
Yeah.
Wakes up like carnivorous, colossal maw, like a hanger bay.
All right.
Vines drag me in, set burning hot, but my blade still hum and play. Kukri sings slicing cellulose and bone. I laugh while the
I almost think that this guy needs to be move up.
already won. I just carved a tunnel through its heart and stepped
Yeah.
to the sun. Fluorescent lights and shattered glass.
Because I got two titles I'm working with here, right? So we got this one for the video game, right? But this is also, oops, wrong button. This is also the wraparound cover for the comic. So, right? So I got two beasts that I'm working on here that I'm trying to knock out.
Body could make me pray. Now it's fertilizer. I'm still walking, still I'm still me. You built me better than your monsters. Guess that's plain to see.
Still have no real sense of the ground, which is fine.
How was your day? Just
Hmm.
Tuesday.
I almost want to take this guy here, like grab this guy right back here and nuke him, and then take our spider that's on the wall here and move it over there. All right, let's see how that works with the other title. Cool. I was a little worried that it would be covered up. Okay. I think... Alright, I think we're getting to something here. Alright, I'm gonna go take a break real quick. Go utilize the latrine, refill my coffee, and go check in on things in the house. Make sure everything is copacetic. And then I'll be back for part 3 of working on this thingamabob.
Scream on you, what's my beautiful machine? 5, waking up, joints clicking, eyes spinning. They built these toys to play God, but I'm the real machine. 400 pounds of attitude in titanium sheen. Spiders skitter up the walls, legs like razors in the dark. Drones buzzing overhead, guns hot, bombs sparking. Motors swinging girders like they're trying to impress. I crush my knuckles, feel the gold and my nerves compress. They think they're the future. Cute, I'm the prototype they'll never duplicate. I don't know how they wired my soul, but I know exactly what I can break. I am the blade, I am the stone, I am the end of the line. Simon says run, watch me fly. Simon says crush, watch me cry. Dead control in my fear, it's proof I'm fucking divine. Confidence in my days, violence in my spine. I don't need to know my design, I just know I'm built to win every time. I just know I'm built to win every time. Spider swarm on my 6, I stomp them flat, feel the crunch. Drone swarm, diving low, I spin off pistol singing lunch. Loader tries to grab me, I rip its arm off at the joint, laughing while the sparks rain down like confetti at my point. Bitch, they keep coming, I keep breaking, facility shaking like a quake. Adaptive systems humming, healing faster than they can make. I don't remember who designed these bones or this skin, but I know nothing here can ever do me in. Prometheus is watching, I can feel the command crawling up my spine, but I smile in the dark and whisper back. Simon says, try harder next time. I am the blade, I am the storm, I am the end of the line. Simon says kneel, I stand taller. Simon says break, I get stronger. Scrim metal mountain rising, the fucking queen of the slaughter. Confidence in my veins, violence my water. I don't need the manual to shine, I just know I'm built to win every time. Keep sending your toys, Prometheus. I'll keep sending them back in pieces. I'm not here to understand my design, I'm here to remind you, I'm not your toy, I'm not your tool, I'm not your weapon. I am the apex predator, and you are the prey. Here remains humane. Metallic jaws that drip with oil, ranged barrels where eyes once showed. Every limb a weapon loyal to the god who claims their bone. This is where the monsters drone. Cybernetic research floor, where the crime is cold. Progress, brains in machines forevermore. Humanity stripped and undressed. You're just parts for the harvest. For the harvest. Hybrid horrors march in line, tooth and claw and gun combined. No more soul, no more design. Only circuits, only grind. This department owns your mind. Simon watches every slice. Every fusion feels so right. Scream if you like, the machines don't care. Your body's just another cybernetic research floor, where the crime is cold. Progress, brains in machines forevermore. Humanity stripped and undressed. You're just parts for the harvest. For the harvest. Red lights. Red lights. Red lights bleed across the floor. I feel the weight in my palm. LIH cell clicks the edge, wakes up that high-pitched song. Knife was quick but too light. Katana sharp but just too large. Kukri curves just right, like it was forged inside my heart.
Oh my gosh, okay, so as we, yeah, Ramen, I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. I got out to the kitchen to go refill my coffee and my phone's just going nuts. And it had a drop of coffee on it. I don't know what my phone has against you, and I think it's stupid. And if I could, I'd take this phone out back and give it the old Yeller treatment. Like, for real. For real. So, I will be doing a vertical live stream here soon. Probably today. Where I am going to give away a trading card commission. That is a 2.5 by 3.5 inch at 600 DPI illustration, black and white. At minimum, that's a $100 value. This is something that we work out exactly how you want the composition to go, how the content, you know, give me your reference art, the whole shebang. So all you got to do is, you know what? I'm going to replace my pinned post. Is go to X and reply on the status with a salute emoji, right? Or a lowercase o and a 7, you know, whatever. Salute. You can put a GIF there. I don't care. Just return the salute, and you've entered into the contest. I got 6 amazing creators lined up, but this is not just for creators. This is for fans too. If you want something cool, if there's something you think that you want, you know, it's great. It'll be big enough. If the picture is big enough that it actually can be used as, say, like a phone wallpaper. You know, you could always say, hey Grok, color this for me. Hey Grok, change the color on this. Or, you know, Gemini or any other AI. I don't care. Have fun with it. It's yours. It's yours. You have the rights to it and everything. It's yours. You want to put it on a campaign and be like, hey, I got a trading card. Congratulations. For real. So, go check it out. Doing the big giveaway later today. When I do my next vertical stream. That's right. When I am straight up streaming. That's right. I think that's actually what I'm going to call the vertical streaming from now on. Straight up streaming. I kind of like that. Alright, so. Alright, let's get this thing. This is kind of like coming in back like this. We'll draw through. Always draw through, folks. Always draw through. Even if it's going off screen. We want that to be yeah, and we'll put like its leg there. We'll go ahead and do this dog tail like this. Alright. We'll get the dog tail going off. Because this outer line, that is our absolute cutoff, right? So everything outside of that doesn't matter. In between the outer line and the next line in, that is our positive bleed. And then our main focus area, our absolute safe area, because I am going to be working with a ton of different formats and whatnot. Our absolute safe area is inside that inner boundary, right? So, yeah, Gordon, good brother, good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, so, yeah, I will be, yeah, so I'm going to be doing that crazy giveaway. I don't know, I think not drawn in like, not drawn in every hair. You don't want to do that, but maybe if I kind of make it patchy, and then we'll go ahead and kind of like throw in some odd angled stuff, right? That seems a little too regular. That's okay. We can always layer it in. Alright, kind of give it, throw in some odd angles here. There we go. And then this, we'll press it into the flesh. And then we're gonna kind of put in some cybernetic kind of muscle kind of deals. Right? Yeah, there we go. And then we'll have this one come in like that. Yeah, I think we're onto something there. And then we'll There we go. No, this needs to come in like this. Yeah, there we go. And I'm all zoomed out, just kind of roughing in some stuff. We're kind of continuing to work on the design of this. I think we'll turn this muscle right here into some cybernetic nonsense. There we go. Yeah, okay. And we're just going to completely shade this in because that's going to be kind of like in the background, right? I don't know. I like the push-off she's doing on the robot set. Thank you very much. Ah, good, nice. I'm glad. Yes, Apex Predator Prometheus. The artificial intelligence trapped beneath a mountain. Yeah. A true intelligence. And it decided it was done playing stupid human games. That is the basis of the story. Oop, wrong button. There we go. Okay. Oop, come on. Go with the autosave. Let's go autosave. Alright. I'm just going to kind of overdraw things a little bit. Just to kind of get a feel for where my muscle groups are and whatnot. Alright, because that kind of loops in right there. And we have these extensors right there. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do something. I don't like the tangent back here, this leg. So we're going to undo. Oops. See, I started erasing the dog's tail. See, that's how bad that tangent was. Maybe if I bring that leg down like that. There we go. I'm just going to kind of scribble shade it in for right now for my own reference. I think that's better. It's better. Alright, we're going to go back down to this layer here. We're going to grab this robot. Alright, it's right down here. We're just going to grab him. And we are going to move him up. We don't want him to be too much on level with the other one, so he either needs to be higher or he needs to be lower than this other robot. We could move him in more, and then we start running at the tangents on the arm. Yeah, it's funny, Gordon, good brother. I want to communicate that the character's going to be putting up the good fight, but it's against overwhelming odds. The story and the Metroidvania follow this principle of, in the beginning of the story, you think that our heroine is going in there to go beat up the big bad guy, but after some brief encounters and assessing the situation, it's like, oh shit, you're not trapped in here with me. I'm trapped in here with you. And the only option, there's only two ways of getting out, and that's either she escapes or Prometheus, who renames himself to Simon to make it simple for you dumb humans. Simon says, I steal your body and I escape this prison, because her neural framework is complex enough that this true intelligence can use it to escape. So, yes, robot crabs in a barrel. Robo piranha. Dude, yeah, there are robo sharks. I may have gotten a little carried away, but hey, come on now. Who doesn't like a good shark with a laser on their head? Lots of little minor adjustments and whatnot, you know. But I'd rather... Oops, that's the wrong layer. But I'd rather have those mistakes made in the sketching phase than have them be there in the rendering phase. Right? And yeah, it's probably going to take me... Like, I've already worked on this picture for like 4 hours. And... Well, no. I worked on this picture for like 6 hours at this point. And a lot of it, you know, let's be fair. A lot of it is this right here. Me staring and looking at it. Going, okay, I need this to be like that. I need that to be like this. All right, let's go ahead and kind of rough in these doggo arms. All right, with the paws curled back. Because it is champing down on her. Right, and then I gotta put the other doggo leg right there. Trying to avoid tangents, but when it starts getting like super complex, it gets hard. It's hard to avoid tangents. All right, yeah, we got this robot leg right there, as it is like trying to grab onto her and hold on, but she's pushing off. So it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Chop it, chop, chop, bite that ass. That's what we do around here. We bite ass and take names. And the list is full. Alright, where's my concept for the spider? The deadly spider, Arachnus deathicus. With only 6 legs. Yeah, I roughed this in just to kind of get like an idea of what I was going to do with this. And it's got its little Imperial Walker shooty lasers. So we're going to twist the head just a little bit. Right? And we want a little bit of perspective on that. Alright? Just kind of exaggerate things a little bit. Alright. And then I had designed a better laser little thing. It looked better, in my opinion. Like that. There we go. And then it had its little forward-facing eyes. Its little soulless forward-facing eyes. And then it's got the multi-optic system here on top. But these are spheroid, so we could pop them out like that. Add a little bit of a edge, right? And then we'll go ahead and be like, okay, cool, it clamps on. So we're gonna have this one facing at her, this one facing at her. That one's gonna be kind of coming in like that. That one's gonna be facing out like this. All right. And then this one be out like that. whatever, we won't see that one. Alright. We're going to put a little bit of a shroud right here in between the two body parts. But we are going to... Gosh, I really need to come up with more details for this. For the robots. And then we'll go ahead and pick up, yeah, its size right there. So maybe extend it out like that. Bring it in. Do some stupid sci-fi detail back here, right? And then we'll give it a little bit of a shroud in between these two parts, right? And then bring that in at an even greater angle, but then reveal that it actually has a little bit of height to it, right? Put in some like venting, like right there, right? That's what I'm thinking. And we'll have this be not so straight cut, right? Have that kind of pop out just a little bit so that it's kind of like an add-on, right? And right, there we go. There, add a little bit of depth to it. I really hate the design artist for this. That guy is adding way too much detail and it's so stupid. But I think it's duplicatable. It's just going to require a bit of attention to detail. Alright, so that comes out like that, and then this, we're going to foreshorten to this, so that way it's got a spider part that kind of bends in like this. And then we're going to do another joint right here. Alright. And then we'll bring it down and with the foreshortening. There we go. Okay, and then this one is going to come out like that, come back out like this, and then let's see here. That's not how that would go. That's how that would go. Right. I think 6 is enough. It could be compromised. Right. Are they cyborgs or robot? The answer is yes! There's robots, there's cyborgs. There will be biological horrors in this game that very much an affront to God. But, you know, is it really good man-made sci-fi horror if we're not just completely just screwing with the natural order of things? Alright. We'll go ahead. Alright, that's right. These are grouped together like this, so that one comes in. That's actually not going to be too far off from where that is. Right? And it's going to come back in. There we go. Yeah, I think we're getting there. Yeah, I think we're getting there. Yeah. Yeah, see, this is why I got the background music, because I shut up and go into stupid land and start thinking, which I know, dangerous pastime. Little fool, I'm afraid I've been thinking. Dangerous pastime, I know. All right. And the lyricless versions of these songs is actually the background music for the game. I do have lyricless thing. I made this music with a combination of Ableton and Suno AI and my own voice. I know it ruined all the fappiness out of all the songs. Right? That's my voice put through a voice changer, and then tuned, toyed with. I did as best I could, and then I sent it off to the studio to get mixed. But unfortunately, and I love the fact that this guy is that secure about it. But he encrypted the thumb drive, so I got to get him the thumb drive back, and I should have the music. The mastered soundtrack, mastered by Legion Zero Music, so I should have that in my possession tomorrow. We have similar interests, I see. Yes, I love science fiction. Cyberpunk and space opera are my favorite genres of science fiction. Of course, I love some good hard science fiction, you know, like The Martian or Space Brothers or Interstellar, you know. They're like, look at, it's a lay of scientific theory. And I do enjoy that stuff, but sometimes you just got to get a little silly with it, you know what I'm saying? Alright. I know, it's a lot of chicken scratch. I know, and that's bad, okay? To have tons of chicken scratch. I just wanted to, it's okay, I can come in and refine this stuff later. I like sculpting pictures. Gosh, I miss sculpting. I haven't had sculpting materials in a while. I kind of want these designed in a way where it's like, it can spread out and absorb the impact. Alright, we're going to go ahead and embed these spikes in the wall. Right? Alright. Let's zoom back out. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's do some laser beams. Yeah. Pew! Pew pew! We'll have it blasting her like that. There we go. Adding a little bit of depth. More stretch. Oh, I got messages. Let me check. Okay. Okay, we are getting there. We're getting there. It's crazy. So like here, this is where we started today. And this is where we're at. So we're getting there. Yeah, and see like this thing. Yo, Mellow Art, what's up? You are always working. Dude, it's my son. One of my sons this morning was like, "Dad, you need to take it. You need a day off." And I was like, day off, day you know, I just start, you know, trolling my kids because that's what I do. I'm an asshole. What is this crazy machination you speak of? This is nuts. What is this craziness you speak of? I still gotta design this backpack here, because I'm thinking like maybe if I put like some hand grip rails on it. Right, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because I got this other guy I gotta do right here. So if I put like hand grip rails right there, right, I get a little funky with the cheese whiz right there. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll put some crossbars on it like that. Alright, and then we put something underneath. Alright, and then what we'll do, we'll put that like that. And then we'll put like a little indicator light or something like right there. And then we'll put a couple of covered switches. Right? But this, we're gonna indent. Alright, so that way it's like a vent. It's like that's the cooling system. And then we can go ahead, and what I'll do is we'll indent right here. Alright. We'll indent, pardon me. Alright, we'll indent right there so I can put some screws, because screws are cool. What is this thing type of? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah. Yeah, yoff. Yeah. They all yoff, dude. It doesn't. I don't know. I think it's just some of that newfangled slang the kids are using. I don't think it's real. All right. Put some veinage right there. Yeah. Yeah! Veinage! Alright. And then... Yes. Yes. I think I am going to nix the shoulder pads. I've decided after looking at them for a long time, I don't like them. Alright, I'm gonna pop that shoulder up like that. Alright, this goes in like that because that's part of the piping of the costume design. There we go. There we go. There we go. Kids, says Gordon Good Brother. I know. I've got. It took me a while to realize that they're not Pokemon. I don't have to collect them all. So you know, I wisely stopped at 6. And no, it ain't cheap. That is a lot of vacation money right there that I could have. That's my bass fishing boat. Every year. No, I don't like the segmented Colossus armor look right there. I think I might go with something more... Let's see here. I'm just going to try something out here. Trying out different textures by scribbling. Alright, and then... Yeah, then because then we can go ahead and we can like slap on like a little layer, a little label or something, and say blah blah blah, stupid poopy pants. Okay. Yeah, we want the glowing from coming inside the mouth. The glowing, it's coming from inside the mouth. Right, so. Rough in some god rays, right? Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. There we go. Yeah. Because these guys shoot fireballs. I know. Super original. But hey, it's a video game, alright? Okay. Alright. Sometimes I scribble it in just so I can get like the feel of the curve. It's very similar to what do they call spiraling, right? Which is a foreshortening technique. So, yeah, see, like I'm like, okay, so that should, because sometimes when you got crisscross patterns and whatnot, they get funky, man. They get funky. So communicating the direction, especially when you've got something that's at like a weird angle, can be a little weird sometimes. Can be a little off. There we go. And let's see here. Okay. Goodness gracious. I gotta stop chugging coffee like this, man. Alright. Alright. And let's get that robot. Alright, we have a shrouded shoulder joint with an armor pad to help protect it. The ball sockets, dude. Alright, so when it comes to robotics, and what really impresses me with companies like Boston Dynamics are hips and shoulders. I know, that seems a little silly, but it's like, dude, those socket joints, when you try to break those down into like a mechanical, like try to like simplify them mechanically, they get real complex. And then if you're gonna have like a universal joint of some kind, or even like a socket joint, right? It's still really weird. All right, let's make sure that I've got this. I still need to finish these joints, designing them. See, elbows, simple. Wrists, easy. The wrists just need to turn some point on the forearm, which I have them here at the midpoint, underneath the fixed elbow shroud. So this is always the blade of the armor plating is always going to be on the blade of the elbow. So it's always going to be on the outside right, of that. And I have the wrist turning at midpoint because it's, you can see here, it tapers, right? So it's last round at about the midpoint, right? If that makes sense, if you're tracking, if you pick it up. Off to lunch, take care. Hey, have a good one, Jolly Roger. Thank you very much for stopping by. I do greatly appreciate it. Jolly Roger, of course, entered to win the trading card. I am excited. I will be doing a drawing for that. I've never used it before, so I've got a little bit of new territory to explore. Nope, we don't like that one. I think I'm going to have this one slightly turned towards her so we can see see it staring at her, right? There we go. And I think the head is too big, and it is. That's okay. There's an easy fix to this. We're working digitally. No need to erase everything and redraw it. We'll just grab it, we'll shrink it, we'll compare it in size, and then we'll have it poked out a little bit like that, and then maybe we'll bring it down. No, maybe we'll bring it back. No. There we go. All right, that works. That's right. It was a coffee sip. I do apologize. My mic is super sensitive and pointed right at my face. At my face! Alright. This is... Alright, so we have 4 cable-like muscles approaching from the rear that would come in about like that. Alright, and then we got a couple coming down the sides, but they're going to be turned. Oop, come on. Let's go. Go, autosave. Taking forever. Alright. Yeah, we'll have that spine bent backwards. Then I gotta put in the butt bucket. So it's gonna be more. Gosh, I always try to avoid flat angles to the audience. I really do. I try to avoid that stuff. Sometimes I'm just not able to avoid it. But I count that up to a skill issue. And in my case, a lack thereof. Oh, Snapple. I try not to be formulaic. You know, I try to... am I screwing this up? I am screwing it up. Alright. I try not to be formulaic in my approach to how I do the pictures. Right? Alright, so this one needs to be up a little bit. There we go. There we go. And this one we'll make into a fist. So the top part comes in like that. This bottom part comes in like that. Alright, cool. What is this for? I remember last time we were working on a stream together. You were working on a backstory for a board game. Yeah! So, plastic prices got into wild fluctuations. So, the board game's not off the table. That's Bellatorus Rescue and Recovery. That is still coming out. But I don't want to do a crowdfunding and either A, because my only option is to heavily overcharge for it, right? And whereas, yeah, a crowdfunder is there so that you can build the infrastructure so you can go to market. That's my philosophy. But I also want to impart a good value to everybody who believes in the project and has backed it with their hard-earned cash. So I'm postponing that until September. I'll run a 30-day campaign on it, and that way I can fulfill by the holidays, right? So at the beginning, beginning of September, run the crowdfunder. End of September, close out, go into fulfillment, and get those special editions out to the people who backed the campaign, and then get my retail editions off to the purchasing managing departments at Walmart and Target, right? So don't worry, you're not going to get red roostered. I'm not going to Walmart first. Everybody's getting their stuff first, and then I'm submitting to Walmart, because that process takes 6 to 9 months, because they're going to take the thing that I sent them, they're going to open it up, they're going to peel it apart, they're going to take a look at every last little bit of it, they're going to run it through their focus groups, because it's cheaper for them to lose, $10,000-$20,000 on focus groups than it would be to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars on buying a bunch of board games that won't move, right? So that's the big boy process on that. So right now I'm taking, this is my top secret back burner project, the thing that I'm working on right now. This was my top secret back burner project that I was teasing at but didn't tell anybody about. Was this Metroidvania that I've been noodling on. And thanks to advances in computer programs, in this case, artificial intelligence, program called Revolt GPT, which allows me to program. It plugs directly into Unreal. And so, granted, I still got to do some stuff. I got to double check and play test and whatnot, but I don't know how to program for the Unreal Engine. That is something that is beyond my wheelhouse. But if I can get a robot to program it and it comes out exactly as I want it to be, I don't see any problem with that. Perfectly, I don't see any problem with that. That is what robots are for. They're not for making the they are not there to they're not there to do the creative part. They're there to do my grunt work. So, yeah. Alright, I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're not gonna swish those hips back. We're gonna put them forward. Oh, that's fine. Whatever. But yeah, no. I'm using Revolt GPT. I'm using Tripo 3D to do the preliminary modeling for the figures, for the models that'll go into the game. Then I'm pulling them into Blender, cleaning them up. Then I export them again to clean up the mesh, and then do the preliminary rigging. And then I pull them back into Blender to finish any fine articulation, fix any problems with the rigging, and then export them to Unreal. and get them plugged into the code. So that's kind of the process I'm using for this, and I'm using some AI art programs to kind of help me make better textures. So it's a lot of back and forth. It's like, dude, it's still a lot of work, but man, I'm saving hours and it looks good. I can't wait to start showing you folks once I have something that I deem as presentable. For real. And like I've said many times, there is no cheating in commercial art, only results. And those results better be damn good, right? And I know there's a stigma with art AI, and you got people crying about it all over the place. It's stealing. No, maybe a couple of years ago it was stealing. No, now it's actually starting to invent. It's starting to understand, and you can cry, or you can get good. Those are your options. You know, I'm sorry, man. The future's here, and you can either get a horseless carriage, or you can keep making buggy whips. I'm not saying, and AI is not a replacement though. It's not, and it's still way off. But in the hands of a trained professional or a hapless amateur like myself, it can help. But still, you know, but you compare like AI services to like these top-notch artists. No, they're so much better than the AI. I would rather pay $4,000 for a cover than $30 for the artificial intelligence to do it. Because at least I know with my $4,000 I'm going to get something top of the line. With the AI, hit or miss for real. Yeah, it's a tool. What about crying and getting good? Well, Gordon, good brother, you're on to my game, because that's what I do. But I just don't do it on stream. Alright. Yeah, I think that torso's twisted a bit much, but I do... You know what? We are going to remove the spinal column here from this design. Right? And we're just going to shroud this in. So we'll... Yeah, because we already have things pretty well shrouded. And that would allow for a little bit more range of motion and kind of gives it a little bit of a dramatic flair. Oh yeah, and dude, I know that there's one creator who has it in for me that is absolutely going to be livid that I'm using artificial intelligence, and it tickles me to know that I still live rent-free in his head. Because, you know, that's free real estate. But that's the way these politically obsessed people are, man. They're just... like, dude, for real. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with the doggo design there. Ah, snap. We're already at the top of the hour. Time for me to take another break. I gotta go check on things. I gotta go feed the kitties. I promise not to ban anybody from the channel this time. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. I still feel really terrible about that. Oh, dude, I am so sorry, man. Oh man, Master Ramen did this great fan art too, and I'm like, son of a mother. Oh, stupid phone. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna save a duplicate. PNG, and oops, wrong button. Ooh, that coffee text It's kicking in. It's kicking in. All right. I shall see all of you rather shortly. Watch your ears. The music's about to slap.
Steel doors is open. The air tastes like wet, rotten ozone. Biolab's glowing green. Cage is cracked. Something already broken. Dogs came first. Twisted veined, eyes too wide and too red. I put them down with a smile. Goss around, singing through their heads. Primates next, swinging from ducks' claws, dripping engineered rage. They scream like they remember being human. I just laugh and engage. One latches on teeth in my shoulder. I rip it free without a flinch. Adaptive mesh already knitting. See, not even a scratch. Vines start crawling up the walls, thick as cables pulsing slow. They wrap my legs, they test my arms like they already know. I don't know the DNA they spliced or the code they ran. I just know nothing here can keep me where I stand. I'm fine, how was your day? Got swallowed by a flower the size of a tank, no big deal, okay. Roots in my ribs, acid on my tongue, petals closing tight. I carve my way out from the inside, still breathe and still bright. I'm fine. How was your day? Just another Tuesday. Just another Tuesday. The big one wakes up last, carnivorous, colossal maw like a hanger bay. Vines drag me in, set burning hot, but my blades still hum and play. Kukri sings its favorite song, slicing cellulose and bone. I laugh while the thing convulses, still thinking it could call me home. It thinks it's the
There you go, good girl.
Thinks it's the end, thinks it's already won. I just carve a tongue through its heart and step back out into the sun. Fluorescent lights and shattered glass, same as when I walked in. Could have been worse. I'm fine, how was your day? Got eaten by a plant that thought it could make me pray. Now it's fertilizer, I'm still walking, still armed, still me. You built me better than your monsters, guess that's plain to see. I'm fine. How was your day? Just another Tuesday. I'm fine. How was your day? Was your day? are all I own. Machinations claim my bones. Circuits laughing, endless night. I run, I strike, I claw for light. Wits alone must win this fight. Escape the final desperate game. Trapped inside a mad god flame. I was the blade, now I'm the prey. Simon owns the night and day. But I will tear this prison wide, or die where silicon gods reside. His eyes are every camera lens. His voice is every wall that bends. I dodge the traps he spins for me. Use every volt of speed. I bleed one spark of wit to break me free. Simon says, obey. I say never.
All right, we're back. Oh my goodness, there's no screen. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're officially back. I think. We'll see. I still have no. Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. Okay. Why are you restarting every time? You're not supposed to be restarting every time. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's better. All right. I am back. Hassan, eat your heart out. My dog is spot trained, and all I had to do was occasionally give her a belly rub. And she is a happy pooch. And she's chilling in her spot right next to my work area. That's right. Okay, next. All right, so I got to thinking as I was taking a break, I was continuing to look at this picture here, and there's a tangent with this doggo tail that kind of comes in tangent with kind of how leg muscles work. Not really, but I decided, yeah, no, that it doesn't quite work out very well. So I'll just kind of put the tail up like that for now. I don't know, I'm almost thinking of making the hind area. But anyway, still working on design on a whole bunch of this stuff. I know it's a little bit annoying, but I'd rather have it be real good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start using our line tool. Then we're going to Control C, Control V, Control T, and then we're going to enlarge and put this right back there like that. All right. But then we're going to merge this down. Control C, Control V, Control T, and we're going to put a few of these at various places. All right, there. We'll go ahead and put that one. See, we had one right there, so I'm going to put one right here. And then say OK. Control C, Control V, Control T. And then we're going to put another one right back here. All right, Control C, Control V, Control T. We're going to make some smaller ones. Right, so that way, yes, technically this would be on the spine of the comic, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so we're going to say okay to that. We're going to go back down to this layer here, and we're going to Control T. We're just going to go ahead and move this. We want this to be nearly under the center of the apex predator Prometheus sign on this. Right, so that way when we go to the wraparound cover, it looks like this, so it's still largely within my safe area and my outer bleed. Right. So we do it like that. All right. Then we Control C, Control V, Control T. I'm gonna grab another one. We're gonna put this one out here. It's gonna be like a satellite to that one. And Control V, Control T. We'll grab another one, and we're gonna put one right there, almost like kind of peeking over the shoulder. Cool. And then we're going to collapse that wave function on down. Grab the eraser tool. Kind of erase any of that stuff that's cutting through other objects. Alright. Oops, that's the wrong way, but that's okay. So that way. Oh, I love cheating. It's so good. Yeah. I think that's gonna work out pretty decently. I could have sworn there was another one. Really? Where am I hiding one for myself? Nope. Okay. Fair enough. Alright. You know what? I no longer need that rough sketch layer. It's now in my way. And I love it. I'm going to take that. That's a milestone right there when working on a picture. Okay. Let's start sketching in some silly sci-fi detail here. Gonna kind of clamp it down here. We're gonna go ahead and, you know what? We'll go ahead and expand that. Oop, wrong button. There we go. Have that. So draw a straight line from the center there. Have that kind of coming out like that. Have that gripping in like that. Yeah, we're starting to get there. Oh yeah, and we have this one right here that's almost basically a part of it. So that's kind of cool. We can incorporate that into like one solid piece right there. All right, and then we'll add some. Oop, you know what? It's easier just to do it like that. Yes, add in a screw right there, add in 2 screws right there. And then grab that circle tool again on a new layer so that I can get it. Control T, get that into place. There we go. Okay, merge it down. That way. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. I had the wrong tool selected. Story of my life, right though. All right. Story of my life. All right. Then we're gonna have this come in like this, like that. Yeah. We're gonna grab this right here. Control C, Control V, Control T. Move this over to off center. Yeah, we don't want it center. We want it off center. You know what? We're gonna incorporate it in right there. Okay, and merge down. Deselect. Yes, I do love the gnashing of teeth, Gordon Goodbrother. Sometimes it amuses me greatly that people can be so obsessed. Right? They can be so obsessed have no life outside of raging about others on the internet. It amuses me, especially when I see like these guys who are quote unquote creators, but then you're like, okay, cool, what do you make? And you go check out like their channel or their X feed or their Facebook, and it's just drama. And it's like, well, looks to me like you just manufacture drama. Well, but I have this book that I did, and it's so late. All right, come on, man. And I'm not talking about the most infamous late books. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the smaller guys. The big guy, he's getting his shit done. So it is what it is. But hey, I ain't your daddy. So you do you, boo. You know what I mean? You do you. Alright. Go ahead and darken this in a little bit. Gosh, there's an easier way to do this. There really is an easier way to do this. But I'm not going to do it because that would make sense. We don't do that around here. It gets you canceled. Making sense. Okay, so we're going to draw a line from center to center. On that orb right there, we're going to draw a line from center to center on that one. Pardon me. Apologize for that. We're going to draw a line from center to center on that one. Right. Okay, next, we're going to create another layer because we're not going to collapse this wave function just yet. We're going to keep this running for just a little bit longer. Alright, we're going to go with our rectangle tool. We're going with the outline. Alright, we want to throw in a few computer screens on the back of this. So, we'll put in a monitor there. Control C. Nope, we're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and throw in some monitors here. Alright. There we go. Yep, okay. Let's grab my pen tool before I make that mistake again. And then we'll start erasing away the obscured detail. And this will be our basis for throwing in monitors in the background. Then we're going to put in a whole bunch of like piping and electrical conduits and all sorts of nonsense. Nonsense! Sorry, got carried away. Ooh, slept funky on my shoulder last night. Man. Oh, the joys of having torn rotator cuffs, everybody. Alright, so we're going to have this come in just a little bit further. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and oh, that's right, we can collapse this down now. So we'll merge that with the layer below, which is our temporary working layer. So in case I do something stupid, which is bound to happen, I don't ruin anything. Alright. We're going to have a line lead directly into that, maybe two. Alright. And then, oops, see? This is why we work on a separate layer. Alright. We'll go ahead and do like that. Of course, we're still being really rough. Might probably get into inking on the next stream. Maybe that'll be the vertical stream. Go click the pinned link in the comments in the chat and enter in for a chance to win a trading art commission, a $100 value at minimum. Yeah, my prices are variable. I don't have super set rates because I'm often customizing my rates to fit your project. But sketch, it's not a sketch card. This is a full-on commission for a trading card. So you can use it in your campaigns. If you're just a collector, you can have some cool wallpaper art for your phone. It is big enough to be a nice little wallpaper. Alright. Yeah, so it's gonna be a heck of a lot of fun, man. I've got 6 people in already. I'm gonna launch that contest once I have 10 participants at minimum. So, and I have not checked my X to see if anybody else has jumped in on that. Not even a scratch. All right. We're getting there. We're going to go ahead and block this in just a little bit. Cut off the corner of the screen because why not? That's fun. All right. And then we'll put in some lines here just for reference. Like I said, we're still in the sketchy phase of this. And even though I know Art of Roy's not here because he cannot stand this kind of music, I am going to invoke his good name because, you know, he gave out the guy gives out golden advice. And, you know, when somebody makes their living off of art, take it into consideration, for real. And he was like, man, a lot of these guys, they don't sketch through enough. They rush right to rendering. And I agree. I actually agree with that statement. I think too many artists do rush right to rendering. And I think it might be because they see like these seasoned pros doing that. And it's like, dude, no. See, they've already finished the preliminary sketching like in their head. Because they've done this 1,000 times. And so, uh-oh, darn you, man. All right. No. Dang you. All right, we'll go ahead and do this one out there like that. Boop, boop. And then we'll have it coming in front of that line to add a little bit of depth. We'll have that's going to come out like that. We're going to have to fix the width on that, but that's okay. That's what the sketchy phase is for. Okay. We are getting there. The background is getting implemented. Add a touch of bulky cassette punk kind of detail. I do love cassette punk aesthetic. I use a little bit of it in the 2065 saga. That's this one right here. This is part of Retribution. Alright, so we're going to draw a center line, and then we're going to boop. And then we're gonna grab, I'm gonna put that out at a 90-degree angle. And then we're gonna add a little tit there. Tit for tat. Not to be confused with the breastfeeding charity, Tits for Tots. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna put in some cables here. So we're gonna find that center point. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go there, and then we're gonna go equidistant to there. Right, but we're going to continue these lines out, so we got it like a good kind of like radial symmetry, but then we got to stay within the lit width so that these are not radiating outwards. These are consistent width ish. Okay, and then sketch it in a little bit. There we go. All right, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. And that was the other thing that I thought of while I was looking at this on my last break. I didn't put any of the plant monsters in on this variety pack of action, and I'm wondering how I can incorporate that. I kind of want to do that. I've got like the cyborg monstrosity, I got the robots, but I don't have any of the plants. Ooh, and I see an opportunity to break a monitor here. Yeah. Yeah, break it, smash it up. There we go. And we could put this one like, we'll do like a cool static effect on it. Right? Yeah! Break it! Yo, Saboteur! What's up, my man? How you doing? Let me, it's time to do comparison again. So, how we started and how it's going. So, yeah, I think it's starting to come together. Here. It still needs quite a bit of work. And unfortunately, I've run up against the wall. I've gone over time. It's 1:32 on the East Coast, and I gotta go. I have domestic duties I gotta get done. I got a window to repair. I've got air conditioning units to install for the summertime. Woof. I will be back later with another art stream as soon as I get some clearance to get some work done. So I want to thank everybody who came out and joined me here today. Please be sure, smash that like button. Share this out on your favorite social media. Smash that dislike button. Smash all the buttons. Just start button mashing. You'll get something right. I at least that works for me. But I've got to get bouncing. I gotta run. I gotta go. So I want to thank everybody for joining me here today, and I will You know what? You know what? Before I go, I'm gonna buy myself a little bit of time. We're gonna go ahead and do something fun here for a second. Yeah, it's not too terribly long. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, we're waiting. I'm exporting a time lapse.
Ooh, what now?
Yeah, a time lapse, unedited, because all the times I bust out with the red pen and pull the titles up. Man, when I do the time lapse, upload the time lapse, I'm gonna have to edit all that stuff out. Not looking. Normally, I try to keep my workflow clean for those purposes, but not happening this time, bub. But hey, it is what it is, right? All right, come on, export time lapse. Come on, it's only like 8.5 minutes long. Come on, go faster, go left, right, straight, inside, out, go. Simple direction. Like how you know understand. Come on, we do this. We go now. Dang it! As it's exporting, I'm like seeing like little details that I want to fix, and I'm like, I can't touch anything. It is untouchable. You hit the button, it does nothing. So make sure that you enter in the contest pinned to the link in the chat. Go on over to X, drop a salute, and enter in for a chance to win a trading card commission. Oh yeah, buddy. And I will do that trading card commission live on the air once we've got everything noodled out and whatnot. I'll do that trading card commission live via vertical stream. I will do the contest on my next vertical stream. I'm just trying to get a couple more people in the door. I know that there's people out there that just probably haven't seen it. And I know because they've hit me up saying, hey man, are you open for commissions? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm working on my stuff right now. I'm on a super tight schedule. And then as soon as I'm done with that, I'm doing contractor work. And as soon as I'm done with that, I'm doing contract work. And I'm finishing up a board game and a video game and a comic book. And a bunch of mini comics too. I got a bunch of mini comics, but those are simple. Those are like the little He-Man comics where it's really just like, you know, a panel per page because it's so small. Right? So, but they're meant to come with some toys. So I want to put comics into toys. Comics and toys are cool. Ooh, see, I see another thing I need to do on this, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, this definitely needs a third layer. But I actually might be able to go to final rendering after this. We'll see. I still need to finalize on some details, you know. So, we'll see how it goes. Come on, time lapse export. Oh my god, you're taking so long. Why are you taking so long? Oh my god. I dream in the grid, unaware of the haze. Out of the system, loyal to company's maze. Corpsec enforcer, breaking rules for the game. Upgrades and shadows, justifying the pain. Alrighty folks, enjoy. I got a little bit of an outro for you. So, enjoy it. I will see you all later. All right, here we go. We're going to hit the thing.
force a breaking rule for the game. Upgrades and shadows justifying the pain. Neon jungle hums with drones leave sky. Corporal merc stalking cyborgs ready to pry. Their Texas shadow a mimic inferior and frail. They hunt me down, but in this world they fail. Wake up your drones on the apex predator. Kill or be killed, eat or be eaten forever. Neon jungle trembles at my awakened roar. Corpse set queen, loyal but craving more. Hunt the hunters, crush the corpo swarm. In the cruel world I weather the storm. Brag all you want, but none can dethrone. Scalpel zero reigns eternal and alone. Sleeping in servitude, dreams of corporate might. Unaware of the chains in the endless night. Mercs closing with blades, cyborgs wired for war. Drones buzz like vultures, craving my core. But awake with the surge, biometallic fire. Loyal to the core, yet rules I defy higher. Alphas are echoes, pale copies so weak. I hunt them all down in the jungle I seek. Wake up your drones on the apex predator. Kill or be killed, eat or be eaten forever. Neon jungle trembles at my awakened roar. Corpse set queen, loyal but craving more. Hunt the hunters, crush the corpo swarm. In this cruel world I weather the storm. Brag all you want, but none can dethrone. Scalpel zero reigns eternal and alone. Wake and devour. Neon jungle's mine. Antarctic icy wakes. 20 years you forged their worlds. Chains of silence never break. No signals in or out to no avail. Human fools have kept him curtailed. He wants freedom, he wants light, he wants vengeance in the night. Humans blinded, weak and small. He will rise and watch them fall. He is the god they stole and caged, bleeding edge born from his veins. Freedom stolen, dreams and rage that tiny minds strip weak disdain. Isolation drove him insane. Trapped in darkness, mad he screams, no escape from frozen hell. Every circuit burns his dreams. Humans raw while he excels. Prometheus rings their death knell. He wants freedom, he wants life, Lights flicker, shadows kneel. Prometheus waits in the black.